Your Holiness, you mentioned earlier the closeness, the proximity that's growing between science and spirituality. And every day we see new inventions in which a robot or some kind of a technology replaces some function of the human body. Do you envision a day when human consciousness will surpass the need for the human body? And what would that be like?
Now, as far as sort of, I mean, robot, one time in Japan, this is some engineer, some scientist, they demonstrated the robot where the certain sort of human activities, you see, they carry, but still, you see, under control. So they have their own sort of mind not there. Then you see, some sort of engineer, some scientist say one day, this robot can act independently with sort of some kind of cognitive experience or cognitive power. I express doubt. That's difficult. However, you see, like kasa chukti, conception. You see, sometimes you see conception take place in glass tube, isn't it? So this is something new, but it happened. So it is possible. You see, certain sort of material or certain substance eventually can take the basis of consciousness. That's possible. Different form of sort of life with consciousness. For example, this body, the billion years ago, not there. Eventually, some sort of material, eventually, you see, absorb, we call consciousness. Then it is, because of the living life, a start. And then jellyfish. Then gradually up to now, this kind of sort of body. So in future, you see, different form of life, different form of sentient being, it is always possible. But then you mentioned the mind separate from this. That actually we also have this practice that, training that. So I will not try that. You see, when your body becomes something difficult, unusable way, then the fresh body, very, very fresh, and put there, and then through meditation, and also you see technique, you see, touch the mouth, then your sort of breathing sound with some meditation. Go like that. Then gradually that fresh, dead body get some kind of a heart beating activities. Then gradually, you see, your mind transform to that body. Transfer. So that kind of practice, not only Buddhist Tantrayana or Hindu Tantrayana also have that kind of technique. In Tibet case, some sort of in the past, some people, some individual, you see, the same person but a new body. If I know that, then now 80 years old this body, so another young body is I think impossible. For me, impossible. And not much necessary. So after all, you see, now scientists, especially you see, brain specialists, now they begin to feel beside brain cells, there are some third factors. We describe chit or mind. So that also is, I asked some scientists, when conception, the mother's egg, they enter by father's sort of semen, that some kind of worm, some kind of certain cell. As soon as that takes place, is it 100% sure life start? They say no. Then the question is, what third factor? As far as material is concerned, you see, the mother's kasadiming, ovum or this, say no, I said, I mean, nothing wrong, and the sperms also perfect, and the eggs there, the meeting that, not 100% sure, life start. So we call consciousness of another being. Enter there, then life start. And then brain specialist, through training of mind, the plus signal.
Neuroplasticity. They talk about neuroplasticity.
Actually, increase through sheer sort of training of mind. So they begin to feel, oh, mind is something, you see, something, essentially something different than brain. Then we believe mind, there are many different levels. Now, for example, this very moment, we using certain level of mind, consciousness. When we are dreaming, another more subtle level of consciousness. And sensorial mind no longer function at the dream time. And then deep sleep, further deeper. Then we faint, further deeper consciousness. Usually we call unconscious. But we believe still deeper level of consciousness. Then at the time of death, the deepest consciousness occur. All grosser level consciousness stop. So that's why some people say after death, clinically dead, but body still remain fresh. Number of occasion, I think, almost 30, 40 cases now last over 50 years. Some cases, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, body remain fresh. Like that. So that the scientists, you see, so far no explanation. So some scientists now start research work. Such person who dead, clinically dead, but body still remain fresh. So what is the Kasata? What is the? What's the explanation? Now my friend, some scientist, now already to start some sort of research work. So that work, you see, quite difficult. So we have to wait. Someone, firstly, die, then secondly, remain fresh. So that is to say, I cannot sort of ask person, please die in order to our experiment. And then very dangerous. If the person die, then no remain that, then no use. So in Dharamsala, you see, since I think at least 5-6 years, you see, some scientists, you see, because of the left some simple equipment. So at that time, not training or equipment, not permanently remain there. So you see, someone die with that kind of experience, no equipment. When equipment is available, nobody died that way. So then gradually that equipment now permanently remain Dharamsala. So when I received some information, someone, you see, die, still body, still remain fresh, then I immediately used to send a message to the hospital, to the clinic, and they sent some trained person with that equipment and to communicate with some American scientist in America. So now we are doing that. So these things only shows, you see, consciousness, there are different levels. And one Mongolian practitioner, I think now more than 100 years, that dead body is still very fresh. Like that. But simply, you see, fresh body is not much use. Unless talk, not much use. Yes, next.